everybody, Primo here. Doing a late night stream. Haven't done one of these in a while. So just I was gonna go to bed, but couldn't sleep, so I decided to go live again. Yeah. So uh yeah, just got done doing a bunch of stuff today. So I'm just relaxing, just taking it easy. I might not stay on too late tonight, or too long, I should say. Yeah, like I said, I just decided to try this out because I haven't done a late night stream in a long time. So I wanted to see what happens. I don't know if anybody's up at this hour. I know some people like on the West Coast. It's probably not too late for them. It's probably still like 9. So maybe people in that side of the country, whatever, would probably be tuning in. Or maybe it's not that time. Maybe it's like 10 their time. Yep. So there's other people that do late night streams too. But like now, as I see, I don't see anyone else. Oh, I guess there's a. Oh, I guess there's a few people that are live right now. Huh? Didn't even notice that till now. Yep, didn't even notice that. Yeah. So what's going on, everybody? Yeah. Earlier I said I was gonna go to bed, but I just couldn't sleep. So I thought of the idea of doing a late night stream. Like I said, I haven't done it in a while, so decided to do it and see what happens. See if anybody's up at this hour. Yeah, because like I said, I haven't done this in quite some time, so I thought it'd be fun to do. In case anybody else out there is bored, and they can be entertained by Primo. Yeah, before I got on here, I listened to some music. I was listening to some older music. Well, now it's considered older music, but when I was growing up, it was the newest kind of music. And I don't know if you guys ever remember Megadeth. You guys ever remember that band Megadeth? I haven't heard this song in a while. It was called 99 Ways to Die. I was listening to that song just before I I came live here. Yeah, did you guys hear that? Yeah, anyways. So who's all on here that I know? I bet your pen name's here. Pen name, are you here? Are you here trolling me once again? He'll probably go come he'll probably come on and say, always. And another thing he'll probably say is, oh, did you get any of those coffee dates set up? Yep. That's pen name for you. One thing I have not heard from pen name though is if he's dating anyone. He always asks about me, but I never heard if he's dating someone. But who knows? Won't know till he tells us. Yeah, like I said, guys, I won't be on here too long. I got to get some stuff done tomorrow. One thing I got to do an oil change on my car tomorrow. So that's one thing I had to do tomorrow. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. The car is due for an oil change. Yeah, and I do my own oil changes because those oil changes places charge too much. And I also heard if you tell them you want like full synthetic oil, I heard that they either put the absolute like cheapest um, you know, uh, full synthetic, or they don't even put full synthetic. They just put regular, and they tell you they put full synthetic, um, so they can get a better deal, or so they can profit more. So that's why I don't trust going to those oil change places. And I even heard one of my buddies back in the day. He said he went and got an oil change done at those places, right? And they didn't even change his oil at all. They just said they did, and he had the same oil that he had in there when he pulled in there. And I think he got so upset with them, he ended up taking them to court and winning because he had proof that, like with the mileage of his car and all that, that they didn't change his oil. And they charged him for an oil change, and they didn't do nothing at all. They kept the same, it was the same oil filter. And the thing that's stupid about that place is, he had an oil, the oil filter on his car that I guess the previous place that did it, they wrote down the mileage that he's supposed to change his oil or whatever on the oil filter itself. And he also had the receipt from the place that said they did an oil change, right? And the oil change place, obviously when they change the oil, they also had to change the oil filter. And that place was so stupid that they didn't realize that the mileage was written onto the filter. So in court, you know, my friend knew that the mileage was wrote down on that filter. So he took a picture of it underneath his car with his camera, or like his phone camera, whatever. And receipts, the receipts and stuff that they gave him, he took a digital picture and went into court, presented it to the judge, and he was able to sue him for, I guess, quite a bit of money. And yeah, he was sitting pretty with a lot of money after that, because they don't play, man. When you rip off, customers like that. And I think that place ended up, or that location ended up getting their state license, because I think they had to have a state license to work on people's cars and shit. Any business, I guess, at least in this state. But I think they had their license pulled away from them too, so they ended up having to close at that location, or maybe the whole company folded. I don't know, but yeah, that's why I don't trust oil change places to change my oil or my fluids at all. I just, I learned to do it throughout the years. I'm in my 40s, and I've been working on cars for forever, seems like. And yeah, oil changes are nothing. They're easy. You just pull the oil, you just back out the oil plug and the oil pan underneath the car. Of course, have a pan to collect the oil or catch the oil. You spin off the old oil filter. You put the plug back into the, you know, oil, oil, oil drain, you know, um, and then you go up on top of the engine and take off the oil cap and fill it up with the recommended amount of oil, and then you're done. Very simple and easy. Well, some of the a lot of the older cars they had the oil filters underneath the car. Now the newer ones they have underneath the hood of the car, and it's kind of stupid the way they have it because they have a plastic housing that you got to take off first in order to get to the oil filter. And a lot of people, when they try and take that plastic housing off, um, a lot of times it breaks because it's plastic and it's brittle and it gets hot and cold, and they end up breaking it. Even being really careful, it just ends up breaking, and then they end up having to replace it. And smart people, they would replace it with a metal one. I think they later came out with an aftermarket one that was metal that people can put on. So you know, it it's less of a pain in the butt than having to deal with that plastic crap. But still, I don't like the fact that it's underneath the hood of the car. I mean, I guess it's kind of convenient because then the only thing you have to get under there to do is take the oil plug out of there. You know, um, versus like going under the car, taking the oil plug out, and then pulling the oil filter out. Which a lot of times when you pull the oil filter, and say if it's in a difficult area to reach around, a lot of times you end up getting oil all over all down your hand and your arm and stuff, and then you got to clean it off, and then you just smell like oil. Um, so I guess that's the only benefit of that. But then, like I said, you had to go through the hassle of getting another part to replace it instead of plastic. Get the steel one or metal one, and that's if you're lucky if they've actually made an aftermarket one that's steel. But that's what I would do if I had a car like that. But I never owned one like that yet. Um, but yeah, that's the only benefit I would think it would be is that you wouldn't get oil all over you when you take the oil filter out. Because the engine's like, I mean, if the oil filter is right on top, then you won't have any oil spilling on you. But yeah, so yeah, I decided to go live here, do a late night stream. I guess I haven't done it in quite some time. Probably since the first time I've gone on my channel live, you know, it's probably the last time I've done a late night stream. So that's been, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago now. Maybe 6, I don't know. But yeah, yeah, I will end the stream now and try again to get some sleep. My phone's gonna die anyway soon, so I didn't get to charge it last time we went live here. So I was also listening to music, so that also killed my phone battery more. But yeah, so I hope everybody has a good night. Thanks for tuning in. I know there wasn't really many people that came on. I think I had like 2 or 3 max tonight, but it's probably just because it's late though. It's either late, either it's because it's late, or it's probably because there's might be other people that went live or something. Maybe they're over there. Who knows? Maybe they were already there before I went live. But all right, guys, have a good night, and until next time.